Meier. Just finished. Dr. Sullivan, Mr. Borley, Father Alphonse, who just left, faculty and staff of the Highlands, parents, and of course fellow graduates, forgive me. You see, speeches written on dinner napkins never turn out well. As I began to reflect on the past 4 years and the past 4 minutes, one vivid image of our class came to mind. It seems that just yesterday we were freshmen, new seeds being planted by God in a garden called the Highlands in preparation for something distant and unknown. We did not know what, however, must be something great since our parents paid an arm and a leg to enroll us in a good Catholic school. I remember being abruptly forced away from the mindset of 8th grade to the mentality of high school the first day. Few people in our class went to Mass to start the year off right. Not knowing the bell system, the layout of classes, nor almost anyone around us, we eventually stumbled our way into Dr. Weber's homeroom. We were met by cold, loud yelling informing us that we needed to get a tardy slip from the dean immediately. I never thought I would be punished for going to Mass at a Catholic school. The rest of the day did not improve. Directly after homeroom, Jacob Shad and I went to see Miss Hurley to fix our schedules. We missed 15 minutes of the first day of theology, and we sorely regretted it. Dr. Weber's remarks were like sweet sugar compared to the verbal vinegar we received from our theology teacher. We came to find the board completely covered with notes, including the ad intra and other ideas which we had never heard of. Oh, and we were told we were going to have a quiz on everything the next day. We were astonished. The rest of the day passed by with little recollection now because my brain was so fried from the beginning. All the hardships we endured that year became the insects in the garden of the Highlands, trying to destroy us while we were weak. But from the help given to us from the gardeners in our lives and our own efforts, we overcame the new challenges placed before us in high school. The divine gardener, God, and all other gardeners, our teachers, parents, and coaches, who seem like the insects at times, gave us the water and care we needed to be able to grow. All our responsibility entailed was doing the best with what was given to us in the garden, as the good and faithful servant, who is faithful with small responsibilities, so his master trusted him with one's great. Sophomore year was much more enjoyable. Whether it was the friendships built in sports teams, the wonderful high school retreats, or the day-to-day comedies that would keep us going, such as reading our chemistry teacher's personal emails that she accidentally projected for the whole class. Or the wise Mrs. Mode telling Alex Williams that she thought he was like her son, and then he thought he was God's gift to women with a bag of chips to go with it. Or maybe it was a simple fact that we were finally not freshmen anymore. With less insect problems this year, we became more established in the Garden of the Highlands, growing tall, well, some of us, and extending our roots further and further into the ground. In the blink of an eye, we were juniors. We had to be thinking about the SAT in college. Well, we were supposed to be thinking about the SAT. At age 16 and with 2 years of high school under our belts, we knew everything there was to know about anything. Then we learned how to run like cheetahs in pre-cal with Mr. Isaac, had our first ever AP class with Mrs. Drake, studied Holy Scripture with Mr. Carl, and began to explore the wonderful world of physics with Mr. Doyle, while again studying for the SAT in college just around the corner, all at the same time with sports and extracurriculars. To our soon found disappointment and surprise, we did not know everything. Again, the insects were trying to make it into our garden. We had learned too much, and were now too strongly developed to fall victim to these petty attempts. And if ever our roots troubled us, around the time of exams, we had the opportunity to receive good luck by means of the famous Weber backslap. Now, I never took advantage of this because hearing it from across the building was enough for me. With the option of good luck and our motivation, we were ready to knock out senior year and not fall victim to the terrible plight of senioritis. Yes, we had the momentum. Yes, we had our goals set. Yes, we had the gardeners on our side. No, we did not have the motivation. With college applications mixed with everything last year, times 2 to account for the change in difficulty of classes, subconsciously a certain phrase began to dwell on us day and night as we tried to keep ourselves focused and working hard. I don't care. Those words echoed through our being every time we attempted to write a poem analysis for English, or differentiate the integral of an unfathomable function inside another in calculus, or when we fought the bedbugs and tried to strategically sleep as long as we could to arrive at home just in time for the bell. Most of the time, the strategy did not work. And I actually think the record of 68 tardies in 1 year set by Anthony Brazel in 2005 was broken by some members of the class. Senioritis was threatening our success, but we overcame it and rose triumphant over our lack of desire to become fully grown plants in the garden. Highlands graduates. We try to attribute so much of our success to ourselves, but it would have been impossible to succeed without the help of several people. As Father Alphonse stated in his homily, Dr. Sullivan said in the beginning address, and Miss Anisha said, our parents are very important. Mom and Dad, you stay with me no matter what, always striving to keep me out of trouble, helping me through hard times, and assisting me to reach the potential that sometimes only you see in me. Without you, I would not be giving this speech today. Next, our teachers and coaches. Forgive me for not mentioning names. If I were to give a list of all the teachers and coaches inside and outside of school who have impacted my life in one way or another, the list would go on for pages. But you know who you are. Without the persistence and patience of teachers to keep constantly working on our education, we would not be anywhere near ready for the coming years. Next, I would like to thank Father Alphonse. Father, you are always there for us to keep us in good shape, no matter how bad a shape we believe ourselves to be in. As you know, I do not always take you up on your availability for daily confession. But I do appreciate that you are always there to hear. For this faithfulness and dedication, I thank you. Last and most certainly not least, I want to thank my classmates. Ladies and gentlemen, fellow graduates of the Highlands class of 2009. Let's face it, we've all been very angry with each other at times. But the truth is that since we have grown so close together in the garden for 4 years, we have become like family, with inseparable relationships intertwined in the roots of the soil in the Highland School. We are done with high school. We have received love from the gardener, we have been watered and nurtured to grow by our teachers, coaches, and parents, and we have fought against the insects that so often try to strike us down to become fully grown plants in the garden of the Highlands, now ready at any time for the eternal banquet in store for each of us.